Hello everyone, my name is Lowko and welcome to another match of StarCraft 2. Now what I've got for you is a viewer-submitted game, a Protoss versus Terran in a Platinum League. Spawning here on the right-hand side of Disco Bloodbath and playing with the blue Terran SCVs. We are looking inside of the main base of Horny Unicorn. Horny Unicorn, and that is family friendly, yes. You may be wondering why. Well, obviously, it's just a horse with a horn. You see? It's a horny unicorn. Anyways, his opponent on the left-hand side, playing with the red Protoss pieces. Now, I looked up what this name means because what are they saying? May I please know what's your race? I don't know. Pretty please. I am. Oh my god. Okay, he's going for a Forge first as well. Anyways, I googled what this name means, and apparently the translation of this is something along the lines of a Japanese school of Buddhism. I figured I need to check out what that means before I horribly offend someone, but we are looking inside of the main base of Vajrazatva. I think that's it. I'll refer to him as the Protoss player from here on out, okay? It's a little bit easier. Or Vaj. Although, that could go really poorly really quickly. Lowko, be careful. Anyways, he's going for the Forge first. Now, I just wanted to point out real quick, for Mr. Unicorn over here, if you're in the middle of a game, there's a little button in the top right-hand corner, all the way in the top right-hand corner of your screen, that shows you what race and what map and whatnot you are playing on. It's pretty, or what map you're playing on, what race you're playing against. It's pretty helpful. That way you can figure out exactly what it is you're going up against if you're not paying attention during the loading screen of StarCraft 2, which I am known to look at about 0% of the games that I play. I pretty much always forget to look at what my opponent is playing until until the game actually starts off. So click the little button in the top right-hand corner. Now, Vaj right over here. Really? Man, I feel like some of the people that submit these viewer games really want to give Protoss a bad name on purpose. Go get him, dude. Why are you not going down there? Anyways, there can't be this many cannon rushes on the ladder, right? Please tell me there aren't. I would say for the viewer submitted games that I cast, about, I don't know, 80% or so of them, whenever there's a Protoss player involved, start with some sort of cannon rush. It's pretty much always the case. Anyways, if you target fire down the probe, that would be great. If you target fire down the pylon, that would be also pretty awesome. Killing, I guess, one of these photon cannons would be okay too. The thing is, here's the problem, right? With cannon rushing a Protoss, or a Terran player rather. Terran players can lift up their structures. So on paper, right, the very best you're gonna get is your opponent headbutting all of his units into your photon cannons, but I mean, realistically, that should never happen, especially not in Platinum League. Horny Unicorn, cannon rush. But you are Platy? You are Platy? There you go. He's a Chinese player is what he says. With a name that means Japanese School of Buddhism, and he's just photon cannon rushing. I see what is going on. Anyways, the command center will be built here, and I would love it if Mr. Unicorn just decides to send his command center right over there, or like right over there, or like anywhere but the natural. It would be pretty good because, what are you gonna do with this zealot? What are you gonna do with that? The zealot is not gonna achieve anything, right? It shouldn't anyway. Jimmy right there, hard at work, in the corner of the base. All of his fan club, just simply going crazy, man. They're having a rave party over there while Jimmy is shooting away at that pylon. I guess that's like the only position exactly over there where that pylon is in range, but look at all of his companions dancing like crazy, really giving him that I guess motivation that he needs to gun down the pylon. Does manage to get the kill. Now there's a couple more photon cannons going up there. I guess what Vaj could go ahead and do is like hold position as zealot right over there and then hope that the high ground vision will give these photon cannons enough time to kill some of this stuff. Or he could just sacrifice the zealots. Oh my god, why would you? Well, there you go. You killed one supply depot, dude. Congratulations. It only cost you about 1 million resources. Photon cannon right now coming up as well. Horny Unicorn putting that at the very edge. I don't think you want to put that all the way on the edge, to be honest. Right now, this will be in range of photon cannons. If he gets high ground vision, that's exactly what happens right now. Zealot manages to get pretty close over here as well. Photon cannon not finished off in time, and I think, yeah, there you go. The siege tank does get picked off. In the meantime, the command center landed right here on the left-hand side of the main base, perfectly fine. Economy right now, pretty even, but one's obviously... No. Dude, I haven't done this in a couple of your submitted games. Please morph your freaking orbital command, okay? No, just stop making SCVs. Make an orbital command. Orbital commands, you want to actually make them before you even float it down, okay? Orbital commands give you like 300 minerals a mule. I don't care what's going on over here. Apparently he was brave enough to move down the ramp. Please make an orbital command. Please make it, like, it pays for itself so quickly. 2 mules and you pay for the entire command center plus the freaking orbital command. It's so good. Like, it's one of those things that just keeps on giving, okay? It's like Christmas every single time you play Terran. By the way, what's going on up here? Vash Razatva decided to go... I should really stop pronouncing that name. He decided to now follow up his cannon rush with the most typical follow-up, and that is apparently a couple of Stargates. This is one of those, I guess, cookie-cutter Protoss cheeses. I guess the most common follow-up to cannon rush would be either Void Rays, right? I mean, I secretly hope this is going to be Phoenixes or Oracles or something like that, which would be way better. But I'm assuming it's going to be Void Rays just because of the sheer amount of games that I've seen where people open up with something cheesy and then start producing Void Rays. Come on, show us. Yeah, see? I told you, man. It's Void Rays every freaking time. Ay. Anyways, yeah, I guess Stargate follow-up is one of them, and then the other option would be Dark Templar. Dark Templar would actually be a bit of a disaster as well for Horny Unicorn because he still did not make freaking orbital command. Oh god. Nexus right now also being acquired. Dude, it's like the Protoss right here has opened up the big Protoss book of cheese. For those of you unfamiliar, books are basically these really thin slices of trees with little ink symbols on them. I'm just explaining this to a younger generation. And basically those symbols can be translated into words, which can then be translated into thoughts inside of a human brain. It's pretty great. So I guess he's got like a big Protoss book of cheese. The combination of those pages, by the way, it's like the thin slices we call those pages. The combination of those pages is called a book, and I think he found a big book right here where he's got all kinds of really nasty symbols that combine together into explaining how to play the most disgusting way of playing Protoss. Yeah. You know what? If this would have been a Dark Templar follow-up, he would have been in a really good spot. Because, I mean, there's still no orbital command. There's a third command center coming up. There's only one scan available. I do think... Yeah, he's just saving them up, by the way. I do think that that going Dark Templar here would be pretty great. Okay, now, the real question is, when is this man gonna move? When is he gonna start committing here with these Void Rays? Because he's got 4 of them right now. I would have loved to see him go when he only had... Oh, he's gonna go right now. There you go, go. The base is free. I would have loved to see him go right as he had 2. But he's been saving up. No, he's gonna go for the 5th one right now as well. Okay, let me know down below in the comment section of this video. How many Void Rays is he gonna make before he commits? Let me know. Just post the number. Pause the video if you have to, but just give me a number. How many do you think he's gonna make before he commits? He's got 4 right at this point in the game. Making a 5th one right now. I would have loved to see him go already. Oh god, the sensor tower right over there. If that sensor tower was inside of the main base, like right over here, which is actually a pretty good spot for it, I think he would have been able to see these Void Rays. That would have been the most interesting way of scouting a proxy I've ever seen with a sensor tower. Anyways, Protoss player did secure the base over here, in the bottom left-hand corner of the map. Main base still looking pretty empty. He did set up a couple of photon cannons, I guess, just in case of like drops or... I don't know, maybe a Liberator, although the Liberator could just, like, go over here and then just hit inside of that main base. 3rd Stargate is coming up. I'm gonna go with, well, I was gonna go with the number 9 earlier when I asked that question, but considering the guy's adding on a 3rd command center, there's the scan. What is that scan supposed to do? What is, huh? What are you, is he scanning for the 3rd base? Yeah, that's a little bit odd, isn't it? I guess he's trying to figure out to scan the 3rd base and then also maybe see if there's any tech structures over here so you can roughly figure out what's going on. Okay, Horny Unicorn. His horn is as, well, as strong and ready to go as ever. Finally! No! That was supposed to be... You were the chosen one! Why would you... You were the chosen one. You were supposed to become an orbital command. Maybe he felt so ashamed that he was so late on his orbital command that he decided to make the command center into a planetary instead. So this would be like the planetary of shame. I'd be okay with that, okay? That would be the only logical explanation. By the way, how many Void Rays are we on? We are on at 8 right now. He's still producing 3 more. Now, he's just to be caught with his pants down, though, because there's absolutely nothing inside of that main base of the Protoss that... What are you... There you go. I guess he was making the assumption that the natural would be taken. Yeah, it is a little bit awkward right now, right? I would love to actually see him elevator push over into the main base with these medevacs. Like, drop units in. Since he knows there's nothing over here, he could actually go into the main base completely unscouted. By the way... Wait. What happened? Whoa, what happened over here? Hold up. I need to go back. Oh, never mind. Turns out I'm just blind. I thought he accidentally killed one of his own Stargates. But there's so many of these Void Rays right now that is actually successfully covering one of the Stargates right underneath. Dude, what are you... No, don't make the walk of home all the... No, don't go all the way. No, just fight, please. Yeah, okay, well, there... No. Ay. Did secure himself a 4th command center on the back of this. Both players... Dude, he's getting so close to accidentally showing himself. But both players are actually doing a pretty damn good job spending their resources. A fleet beacon is coming up right over here as well. We are now up to 12 Void Rays. My guesstimation of 9, absolutely awful. Okay, so one siege tank for some reason decided to poke up towards that high ground. Horny Unicorn still not scouting anywhere. Right? He's just scouting his opponent's main bases, and that's about it, but he didn't find any expansions over there. Protoss right now, though, has decided to add on a whole bunch of defenses on top of that ramp as well, after noticing that one siege tank making its way up towards the high ground. Here we go. Finally, a big drop inside of that main base, and I think this would be the moment where Protoss has to either recall or commit. There we go. 14 Void Rays. Did anyone get it right? 14 Void Rays. Oh my god, that's a lot of freaking Void Rays. Oh, they're going to be able to make short work of all of these Protoss structures. Or all of these Terran structures, rather. In the meantime, this immediately now triggered the majority of that army of the Terran to move forward. But sadly, there's a full wall off at the top of the ramp, so they're all derping around over what would be the 3rd or the 4th of the Protoss player. And these Void Rays, man, they do actually shut this down so very quickly. 4 additional Void Rays are being produced. He got himself a fleet beacon. There are absolutely no upgrades inside of the fleet beacon. So either he's looking to transition towards Tempest or maybe a couple of, I don't know, carriers. Or he's just making the fleet beacon for, I guess, style purposes. There's not a whole lot of things you can upgrade the Void Rays with until the next patch arrives. They're actually gonna go with an upgrade called Flux Veins. Oh my god, did you see that? Anyways, they're actually adding an upgrade called Flux Veins to the game. That is an additional movement speed improvement to these Void Rays. And by the way, this Terran army... Dude, just a tech move over here. You're still derping around. Okay, I think he's actually now purposely rerouting a bunch of his army towards a different location because he knows that there's a Protoss base out there somewhere. Right? There's no way you can produce all of this stuff off of just a single base. Horny Unicorn, though, now unable to spend his money. You can see the amount of resources that are piling up for him. He does have the superior army here, but these Void Rays, they can just simply fly away or just kill all of the Marines. I mean, I don't know what the math is. 18 Void Rays versus nearly 60 Marines? Is that actually a fight the Marines win? I'm actually unsure. I guess with the medevacs, they might. There we go. The SCVs now found where that money is coming from. They're gonna start target firing down the Nexus. A couple of the SCVs, though, do find their grave right over here as well. A little bit of a sad way to go. Command Center now floating over towards the northern section of the map. Accidentally stumbles upon a whole bunch of Stargates and that absolutely useless fleet beacon. Can you please go ahead and make some pylons? That would be awesome. Like, a couple of pylons would not be a bad idea. Void Rays right now used to recall towards this Nexus. But the Nexus falls before the recall completes. And that means that Vaj right now just, like, standing around with, I guess, all of his Void Rays. Now he's gonna finally glide towards the bottom left-hand corner. I can't use the word glide very often while casting StarCraft 2, but this is one of them, okay? He's now retaking his opponent's, I guess, 3rd, 4th base, which was actually his first expansion. But here we go. This is the clash that we are waiting for. Horny Unicorn also not entirely sure about this. He does have +1/+1, he does have Stimpack, he does have combat shields. So these Marines are pretty freaking powerful. There is also +1/+1 right here on these Void Rays, but this is, oh my, no! No, no, no! Of course, of course he activates Prismatic Alignment. Why would you take that fight without Stimpack, without Medivacs, with half of the freaking Marines? Ay, 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 ay. Prismatic Alignment, for those of you Protoss players out there that play the same style, is an ability that allows your Void Rays to do bonus damage against armored. Now guess what? None of these units, other than the Marauders and the Siege Tank, are actually armored. So against Marines, there is zero purpose as to why you would want to go ahead and do that. Here are the Void Rays, though, once again, fighting only a part of this Terran army. No Medivacs nearby, so these... oh my god, it's a Marine massacre! This might very well get my video demonetized. You kidding me? Okay. So, expansion taken in the top right-hand corner. That was what Vash was originally looking for. He still remembers that there is something out there, so he's finally going to be able to finish the job. A couple of Medivacs will be found as well. There's the command center. Now, command center falls very, very quickly to just a bunch of these Void Rays. Void Rays managed to make short work of that. At the same time, the newly acquired Nexus will be taken, but once again, another base gets taken in the bottom left-hand corner. It's time that we start looking right here at the Structures tab, because obviously the original win condition for StarCraft 2, and this doesn't oftentimes get met, but the original win condition in SC2 is to kill all of your opponent's structures. A pylon does get created here as well with that single one probe, because I think that this Nexus is going to be in a little bit of trouble. This base should certainly be taken. At the same time, Vash right now hunting down as many of those Terran structures as well. He does not know about the command center in the northern section of the map. A couple of SCVs still hanging out over there too. There's one tech lab that still also counts to the final structures. He's hunting down this army right now. Nexus gets reacquired in the old Protoss base. He's going to be able to, at the very least, start mining from there with that single probe, but he's running out of money. If he keeps canceling the next side, though, he's going to be in an okay spot. Still, the opponent is not revealed yet, so Horny Unicorn right now knows that there's still a Nexus out there somewhere. And likewise, the same can be said right here for Vash. He has scouted this one tech lab, but other than that, he knows that his opponent is not revealed, so he knows, or at the very least he should know, that there is another command center out there somewhere. The one probe actually gets killed. That's huge. That means only 18 Void Rays remain right now, but only 16 Marines as well. This should never actually be a win here for the Terran player, unless he manages to out-control and outpace this Protoss force. With Flux Feint, with an additional speed improvement to these Void Rays, this could actually make a world of difference. There we go. Horny Unicorn will find out exactly where that final base is located. SCVs right now making their way towards the bottom left-hand corner. This pylon over there will be unscouted. Nexus certainly will go down. He needs to finish this, but it's not going to happen. He needs to finish this if he wants to get anything done in this game, because there's no more probe remaining. He doesn't have money to remake structures, but he will be revealed here no matter what. There we go, though. The Void Rays make their way towards the top left-hand corner. They're going to, at the very least, try and pick up as much as possible. Ooh, one Marine, or one group of Marines, rather, inside of that Medivac do remain. Hungry or Horny Unicorn right now is actually capable. If he can kill this pylon. Oh my god, don't tell me he's gonna kill that pylon. He's... oh god, is he... oh god, no, 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 no. This should never happen. This should never happen. All he needs to do right now is kill this one pylon. A couple of Void Rays were split off from the main chunk. They're gonna try and see if they can kill this in time. It's only 3 Void Rays to 1 Marauder. Still going to town as well. And Horny Unicorn with just 1 Marine and 1 Marauder remaining manages to clean this game up. That was one of the closest endings I've seen in a little while. I was gonna say, the only thing the Protoss player really needs to do there is just split up his army, and he did. But for some reason, he still flew around the map with that really big clump of Void Rays, right? Like, the thing is, he did not have his opponent revealed, so he didn't know how many structures were still on the map. For all he knew, there was a massive Terran base somewhere in a corner, and that's what he was hunting for, right? So he didn't want to split up too many Void Rays from the main clump, because that was his final shot. Now, he tried to get a little bit cheeky, right? He tried to find that one Medivac if it would have split up from the rest, but instead, it just made a beeline straight towards that pylon. And Horny Unicorn, in an extremely close win, is the one who obtains the victory. I hope that you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button down below. And if you want to see more, make sure you hit that subscribe button. so you get a notification as soon as I upload more. A special shout out to the Patreon supporters. Thank you guys very much for the generosity. But for now, I want to thank you for watching. Have an amazing day. Do not forget to smile alright, and I will see you once again in the next one.